Greetings, my excellent friends. When last we left off, we smooth-talked a lantern out of the hands of dystopian Spider-Man, and then convinced him to walk to his death. Snip, you shouldn't be listening to this. This is a game you haven't played and don't want to play. We also saved an idiot from going off half-cocked on his own and getting attacked. Now, today, my goal is to explore the eastern side of the map as much as I can. I'd like to find the other entrance to this area, loop around to where one enters from the mountain pass, so that I can tie off the loose end of that, and then get as much as we can done without crossing the river, so that we can cross the river next week. That's true, you will forget with your wonderful memory. Saved an idiot from running out of spell slots halfway to his destination. Yeah, mages on their own. Not smart. You need somebody to at least keep watch while you're doing the sleeping that you need to do in order to stay relevant. Like, that's just sense. You watched the Baldur's Gate as cat video. Yeah, was it good? Like I said, I can't really, risk it. I believe it goes through the whole game, or at least as far in as they can manage. I saw that there were chapter breaks for Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, so I watched a bit of the Act 1 section, but then I was like, I'm just gonna... no. The breaking point was, in fact, doors. I imagine there's more of those in the city, and I do know that Act 3 is the city. That's not much of a spoiler to me, it's more of an inevitability. Because, like, so far, the main areas have been outdoors. God damn it. The door to Act 3. Yeah, that's true. You do have to click on something to pass through a zone, but most of them have been... Like, I guess you couldn't go through the Underdark as a cat. I suppose cats can take a lift. Hard to say. And there are cats that know how to open doors. There's a thing a cat can learn if they're really determined to get someplace. Now, I believe I wanted to look for Roland. We came in here and spoke to Jahira to see if she had anything to say about the Moon Lantern quest. We did not get the Moon Lantern itself, because we immediately found that there was a living creature in there, so we had to prevail upon our good boy heart to free the creature, and then it blessed us anyway. How to get the forge through the Shadowlands. Cats cannot pilot boats.
Yeah. There's more where that came from. Wish we had stone.
How are you doing, Harper Chenty? Is your face still broken?
And you full well not to trust these flaming fists. Jahira should know better.
I'll celebrate when Ketheric's dead. Not before.
I should
How are the
speak
kids
up.
doing? Are they still here?
We need more. Please.
Okay, yeah. And Roland's here.
Yes, yes, you saved me from shadow creatures. No need to gloat.
I am absolutely going to gloat. I saved your life.
Well, I'm not here to grovel, so piss off.
The lantern takes up a weapon slot. Oh, that's annoying. Whereas the blessing just exists. That's interesting. I'd still be interested in a you know, role-playing bad guy properly, because a bad guy absolutely would not free her. Not because of the bad guy wouldn't have the sense to think of the convenience. They simply would not trust that they would be blessed. They'd be like, no, we need the protection. Fuck you.
They'll be back, and there'll be more of them. There always are.
So, we've explored a lot of this western chunk. But there is more, including a marker to House in Deep Shadows. Slightly concerning. Well, let's go back to these, this mountain of suspicious raven corpses. No idea how that happened. Definitely nothing to do with me. We got two pathways here. Let's go to the... Because yeah, if I did not have influences on me, and like it's arguable, hey, should I have, you know, just done it the way I would have done it? But I'm glad to not have gotten Roland killed in this run, and also the blessing is good to have. It's funny to me that, you know, I almost skipped past this section here, and then when we came to those guys, it turned out he was where I needed to go. But this is where I would have started. With no influences on me changing my path, this is where I would have started. Because I want to get to wherever the mountain pass entrance is, and it would have to be over here somewhere. Anywhere along here. Potion of healing? Okay. Where is it? Pressing Alt, but it's not showing me anymore. Huh? What the hell has happened to me?
No time to dally.
There we go.
At least things have stayed interesting.
It's like I fell into a null spot. I mean, you could evidently jump out, but that was unusual.
Always room for more.
A lesser game would have required a reload there. There's the dead boar.
Time to press ahead. What's inside?
Lantern. Can't turn it on. A tombstone.
Darling,
Don't mind me, I'm just robbing a grave, dear.
Ellie May, my light, my hope, my joy.
Probably an animal's doing.
Interesting, it lit up as if to encourage you to check the grave, but the grave is empty.
Paw prints. Where do they lead?
Down here. It's a bit dark.
Something's buried in the dirt. Is that a femur?
family ring, +2 to death saving throws, as well as a bone. Well, I mean, you can still go to Grimforge without saving the gnomes, you know. There are things you can do with the Dwergar that are not very good, boy. You'd still take the lift at the end. Dead Harpers. One of them has a name. Perhaps we could have a conversation with you. But I don't see you glowing, so maybe not. No, we haven't cast it for the first time today, so you didn't glow yet.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who were you in life?
Dull light spar, scowled.
What happened to you?
The forest, no escape. The darkness turns all, twists all.
What were you doing here?
Scouting, seeking gaps in cultist defenses.
Did you find one?
Caravan to Moonroy's tower.
Yeah, we've met it.
Know how to keep the shadows at bay.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Last light in. Sanctuary from darkness. Stronghold.
So obviously this guy exists for people who are coming from the other
spell's
direction.
power wane.
And who do not know any of the things that we have already encountered. But that's a cool way to give you said information. And there's a journal as well for if you don't have Speak with Dead. I'm presumably also going to tell me about Last Light. Or about the caravan. We are running around trying to find the borders of that blight. The ruins east of Last Light proved to be highly dangerous, with deep, biting shadows. Another suspicious one is that house on the hillock a little farther on. It seems dark and empty, but voices come from there. One of the others swears to me that he heard a child's laughter and saw Githyanki warriors approach the house from a distance. Surely his imagination must be getting the better of him out there. Yeah, there'd be some Gith around here, scouts from the Kraish. That makes sense. Rotten banana! No, thank you. I did not mean to take all of those, God. Trying to click the next thing. The take all button overtook it.
That's curious.
Hello, mound of dirt. Get dug. Ooh boy, something. Ooh. Money and an arrow. See what's happening over here with these red flowers. Ooh, we have a marker now. House with flowers. Is that an actual quest? Doesn't look like it. But it's a quest marker, but there's no associated quest in my log. That's different. Oh god, what are you? Oh, you speak with Deddy.
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
I've met few who can also commune with the dead.
And I have met few who stand so tall and fearless in the face of the unknown. Be on your way, brave soul. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us.
Don't I have speak with animals on?
The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
Who murdered this woman?
She is not the victim. Nay, she is the perpetrator. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her, and to this day her victims lie unavenged.
She's dead. How much more can she pay?
Death is not the end, merely another beginning. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
That's some powerful magic.
Not for one such as I. Your soul sparks with justice, with fortitude. This is your chance to bring a murderer to justice, to avenge her victims. Will you take it?
Seems a bit dark and gloomy, to be honest, but...
The death of heroism is close, I see. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Apparently I pressed 2. I didn't intend to press 2. I probably would have pressed 2 anyway. If I'd accidentally pressed 3, I'd be concerned enough to want to roll it back. Although it would be a hell of a rollback. We haven't saved since we started. I'm willing to accept 2. That seems like a proper bard answer. So long as I get paid. But like, it's not, you know, if it was, hey...
You can leave.
I want to talk to that raven.
I thought so.
Shadar Kai. It's the game's only Shadar Kai. Okay, I'm going to need to look them up then. Not familiar with them. Shadar Kai. Elves of the Shadowfell.
Don't look at me like that.
Followers of the you know, I was gonna say, why does this dude seem to me like Liam O'Brien would play him in a D&D game? Like, wasn't expecting it to be that on the nose though, but I was gonna make that joke just because of the grim dark elf dude factor. Burden of Time aura. Shadar-kai Gloomweaver. Almost as gloomy as naming yourself after the Norse apocalypse. Now, yeah, like it. Personally, I am morally opposed to this. I'm not a huge punishment person. I think we should focus more on making things nicer for victims than making things awful for perpetrators. But that's mostly just an energy thing. Like, spending your time punishing the dead just feels unfulfilling. But there's no reason not to help him. Yet. If he gives me one, we'll reconsider, but right now, there's no reason not to. You can't do anything to help the victims because they're dead too. Right, but is that not the logic? Oh, we're not going to be finding that for a while. It's on the other side of the river. I thought it was maybe going to be right here, but no. Is that not the same logic we said to this? Like, hey, she's already dead, what can you do? Right, if he can do things with the dead, then he should be able to do things with the dead. I've also never been that fond of, like, Punisher archetypes in general, because it's like, you know, you could spend your time preventing the next crime. But anyway. We have no reason not. We will speak to Madeline ourselves, though. Presuming he who was does not stop us.
Corpse does not stir.
We're not allowed, because he's already done it, I guess. Alright. I don't think that should be the case. It should reset depending on who the questioner is, but alright. Burden of time.
Everyone hates you.
Excuse me?
You're disgusting, ugly, loathsome. You should just shut up and die. Pathetic.
I preferred you fuckers when all you said was nevermore.
Still alive? How disappointing.
This one is a murderer who walks free. She deserves to be punished. Or will you deny her victims peace? I seek a record of this one's crimes. A ledger written in her own hand. The joy of bringing suffering to the unpunished. Her victims deserve closure, and the ledger is key.
The joy of bringing suffering. Justice is a good excuse for a sadist, isn't it? Where is the ledger?
Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find it and bring it to me. And together, we shall mete out justice long overdue.
What did I do? First of all, it's a raven, and I don't know what's up its arse.
Still alive?
Well, we'll let them be gloomy.
If you do not approve, you can leave.
Raven doesn't seem to approve of him either. So maybe the raven's just angry. You met this bird on your druid run. You got to say, I am a friend to all, little bird, and it told you the only reason anyone gives you the time of day is because you won't shut up and all the animals laugh at you behind your back. Well, I mean, maybe that's just what happens when you're around a gloom weaver for long enough.
Come on, open up.
Makes sense. Druids and rangers are basically the same idea, just divided between magic and physical. There is more. Yes. That's weird. Is this the way out? There's a stuffed bear and a child's diary in this chest. Oh no, this isn't gonna be nice. Dear diary. Well, it's another horrible day. Dad promised if I didn't like it in Wraithwyn we could leave, but here we are. I told him about 100 times or more that I want to go back to El Terrell, but he said he promised his boss to stay until some project was done. Well, who cares about a boss? I want to go. He's ruining my life and he doesn't even care. His boss is a man named Kittrick, and my dad said we're allowed to be in this town as long as we don't let on that we are not a Shah family. I just don't say much at school or with the other kids. Don't know what it really means to be a Shah family, or why we're not one. I don't care either, I just want to go back to El Terrell. That kid isn't alive. Something's happening over there.
Don't be shy.
It's not actually traversable, but it looks like a real place. I don't know. It's a pathway, it's just overgrown.
Uh-huh.
Never a dull moment.
But I guess that's it.
On my way.
It feels like it should lead to the previous map, but everybody figured out how to join me. That's good.
Maybe I need more pockets. Something good here, I hope.
Something's coming, something good.
That's curious.
Shadow-cursed vine blight. Where? There. 56 health. That is an enemy. There's another one. We could attack it, or we could pass it by. There's another. Is that an ambush that's about to happen? I didn't see it. I saw it labeled. Did I just find a burlap sack with a key in it? I'm gonna quick save here, and I'm gonna walk in, and I'm gonna see if they attack as you get close. And if they do, I'm gonna reload and then attack them. But I need cause. Whenever I see something that I think is an ambush, I need to quick save and let them ambush me first, because otherwise I feel like a bastard. And they don't have the ambushing status effect that the measles did. Like that one it was obvious because the game told you. So yeah, let's just quick save.
Let's see what this does.
North, Last Light Inn. South, Risen Road. West, Wraithwind Town.
Come on down to Wraithwind Town. Gonna attack? No. But they are there. Perhaps they attack when you go for the chest.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
But if that's the case, we're getting high ground. Uh-huh! They don't like you going for the chest. Okay, so we have mostly needles. The vine's the big one, and it's there. Okay. Well, I reserve the right to attack them first, because I did see them. What made them think that a DC 30 perception check was a good idea in Act 2 to not get it? Wow! I mean, they give you the ability to see them yourself, which is good. They could have not been existed as entities on the map unless you passed the check. I will pre-haste Karlach.
Very well.
I kind of maybe want to keep the high ground, actually. They don't go for you unless you attack the chest. No, they do. Now I'm confused. I thought it was the chest, but this time they attacked far sooner. They don't always attack. Well, I'm not going to go for positioning then, because we can't afford to. If it is chance-based, maybe the game is rolling dice in the background and then they attack you once it hits a certain amount. I don't know. Where's haste? There it is. It's a plant, so use an arrow of fire. Oh, can you do that with an arrow of fire? It should be automatically sneak attack, right? Use that on the vine blade. Oh, fuck off. That one got hurt because the place is on fire. Try again. Save. What's the save? I don't know. It's an attack roll. Fuck it. Let it. You can go poke that one to death.
Yes.
Needle burst. Interesting. The needle burst attacked the Vine Blight, but didn't attack Astarion because of his evasion, I guess.
I won't give in.
haste she may be, but she still goes after everybody. We need to get some initiative on this girl, and that's why these guys suck if you don't have evasion. Well, we just won't go into melee range with anybody else. I might just try to kill the Vine Blight extra fast, because it's scarier than the others.
Ignition!
Ready.
You have all of your spells. Why not use one? Could kill him with a guiding bolt. They surprise you, go first, then explode in your face. 80% chance.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's have everybody in different spots.
Let's spill some blood.
Can't afford to let up.
Look how they dash together and then walk into the fire. Because where else can they turn? Alright, Vine Blight, off you go.
That's it.
She's still in the vines. Its death does not dismiss the vines. Alas. Disadvantage on that one because too dark. I couldn't even see this one myself. But here we go. Maybe this one can kill the other. Starion keeps saving. Not quite, but it did get hurt. The remaining ones are so far away, but still a 72% chance. Though it'll make her walk through the vines. You can't throw the fuckers, can you? Target is too far. Maybe you can throw that. Yes. Yeah, would walking into the vines be a mistake, though? There we go. She could go around, I suppose.
Jimmy on the go.
Ooh, just saved. Out of throws anyway. I thought she had one more. Guess she didn't. Okay. Meese. Are these guys threatened? No. Damn it, Karlak. Oh, it is her turn, though.
This is gonna feel good.
She might be too close now and she'll get hit by the explosions, but... Nope, didn't. Perfect. Fuck off. And nobody took damage on the vines. Very good.
Let's get going.
Oh, that was a weird fight, but I'm glad I noticed them. Because, yeah, we would have, if I hadn't have noticed them, I would have eaten the surprise, I think. Because I wouldn't have expected that you could attack them before they hit you. So I wouldn't have seen. At first, I didn't know it was an enemy. Like, I almost dismissed it. I thought, wow, it's a lot of health for an environmental hazard. But I thought it was, like, you know, a tree that could, like, entangle you. And had a bunch of health because you could choose to kill it if you wanted.
Then through.
I'm glad I thought a little further.
Well, hello. Simple.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
But they're ready. And that takes care of this whole section. Not much in it. NPC and an encounter. Otherwise, most of this area was quite useless, to be honest. A little disappointing. But I guess it takes care of itself. Realistically, we could have explored all of that before we went to Last Light. I forget where exactly the Harpers were, if they were here. But, yeah, we could have without getting sidetracked too far. But then, notably, coming from this way, you are brought to the bridge. You don't have to go in, but you are brought to the bridge. Because there's no path down here which takes you south. It's funneled to this part right here. Yeah, everybody seems to be dodging the chip damage, which is nice. But yeah, back down we go. Now we head into this section here. It's an interestingly shaped and structured area. Because it feels dilapidated. Like, not just in terms of the structures and the abandonment, but like the land itself feels like it is collapsing. Hill there. Torch, dead Harper. Well, I don't love that. Last time we knew what the problem was. This time, nope. Oh, hello. That is a bigger version of what we're just fighting, but we don't. It doesn't seem to have. It's got one friend. You got more friends? Right. It can devour any creature that is both restrained and steeping in its digestive juices. Oh no, there are more. Vine, needle, 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 shambler, vine, needle, needle. I see. Main key thing here is avoiding the surprise, because we don't want the alert round to just be Astarians. So, let's go back around the long way. We're probably going to have to do this from low ground. I don't know how to get up there without inviting the problem. I suppose we could sneak.
Have to keep going.
Elixirs of Vigilance. I wish... Oh, we do, actually. We have 2 of them. That's not enough for the party. That's only enough for 2 out of 3 that need it. Part of me's like, don't do that unless you're doing it to everyone. This is their sight range. What happens if we... well, I imagine Shadowheart's not helping. Well, oh. Eventually you just fail. That's true, we can alchemize. That would prevent us from having to worry about... Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Okay. Stop it. Elixir. Can only make one, because we only have one sublimate of blood-stained hook. Where is it that I can give the other ones to other people? Yep, go away, recipe announcement. Here it is. The question is if we want to use all 3. I don't think I do.
I could go for a good meal.
She had one as well?
Let's get on with it.
Let's have some fun.
Apparently she had one already.
Ready for some good news?
Good, drink it.
I've got a long road ahead.
Drink it, I'll cast haste. And we'll go up there.
These boots have seen everything.
Astarion isn't in the fight. That's funny.
Quietly now.
God, you just miss all the time with that, huh? But then he got a crit for 42 damage on him, so can I complain?
Ready for another round?
Let's have some fun.
Move you over there. You are close to one of the vines, but
Hop, hop.
fuck it. I want you up above the stairs. Get angry. Rawr. And begin whacking Pike. 65%. We can have you move closer. Oh no, don't do that. Don't get opportunity attacked. Oh, now it's worse, because you're threatened. Fucking hell. Well, I guess you're going after this one. You're not threatened anymore. Still low ground. God damn it. Go up. Better.
Handy.
Not as better as I'd hoped there. Better. You don't have the movement to go for anybody.
Let's cut your fire, baby.
So one vine is dead. It's largely a lot of needles. Ow. What the hell? Huh. Now we have dead Harpers. Okay. And Karlak is in melee range with the big one. Oh, fucking damn it. She's still got 90% chance on these guys, though. She should probably go for that. Try to get rid of the Vine Blight.
Want to do it?
Yeah. Just casually taking out every single fucking enemy. Uh-huh. Oh, of course. Yep, that's good.
Shall we cut and run?
You should kill that needle. Should I just arrow it so that you don't have to run there? Probably for the best. And then it's... Oh, yeah, the rest of them are all over there. Then my healers can help Karlak out. Only one of them will get to move. Shit. Never mind, they both get to move, because Astarion can't hit at all.
Oh, my word.
Neither can they, though. That's nice. Are we able... We can shatter all of the enemies. But I need to move a little, I think, because it's talking about movement cost. Alternatively, Shadowheart. Hell, Shadowheart could drop down an ice storm on them. That might hit this ladder, though. Although it's made out of iron. Would it break the ladder? Doesn't look like it has health. I think an ice storm would be fun, because look at all these enemies in the right. We can just throw big healing words on her for both of our bonus actions. Astarion also is a little sore, but if he dies, I'll fix him. If she dies, I'm fucked. But that's the entire enemy range except for the 3 HP one. Yeah, that was pretty fucking good. How did that do? Shadowheart cast Ice Storm. Needlebite was hit for 4 bludgeoning, 9 cold, 8 bludgeoning, 8 cold, 6 bludgeoning, 7 cold, 9 bludgeoning, 14 cold, 4 bludgeoning, 8 cold. Water surface and blood surface turned to ice. One of them died. Or 2 of them died? No, just 1, but all of the others are half health now. That's brilliant. Okay. For your bonus action, cast level 3 healing word on Karlach.
Never a dull moment.
Now me, I could Dissonant Whispers the main one, or I could shatter the group. I think shattering the group is better because these 3 all have lower health, and we'd like to finish them off. Just gotta be careful with where I'm putting this, because it keeps, like, flicking to an area where Karlach's in it, and I don't want that. I want it to be these 4, but not Karlach. Here. Whoa! How did that kill the big one? Oh, was that the blight booms? Ah! That yeah. Good! That worked. You know what? I'm just gonna fuck healing her. I'm just gonna shoot this guy. Yeah.
What path lies before me?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna sing a song. Diddle-dee-dee.
Just a brief respite.
What's cooking?
We could long rest. We've lost the Ice Storm. She's not going to have another 4th level spell slot for the next fight.
So that's progress.
I could also use my... What is it? I haven't used this yet, so I want to use it. God, which one is it? Here, Pearl of Power. Pearlescent Restoration. 3. Can I do it once? But there, I got one of my hastes back. So I think we can do one more fight before we long rest. Shadowheart can make do off of level 3 spells. She's still got 2 of those. Call Lightning is just as good as... Well, it's not as good as Ice Storm, but Call Lightning is still pretty good. And Ice Storm's also situational. I think that was the first time I actually found a situation where I wanted to use it. Because we had a whole bunch of enemies grouped up, and us not in the way. She's also got Sunbeam as well. So, yeah, I think we're still able to keep walking.
Don't burn yourself.
Oof. That lady loves me.
Don't touch me.
This man doesn't.
No, never mind.
Karlak.
I'd love to, thanks.
Yeah, just drink one of them.
Looking ahead.
Good as new. I was very surprised with the dead harpers coming back. I mean, I know they can do that, I just... It hasn't really happened outside of Jonas, or whatever his name was. So are these needle blights gonna keep happening, or is that that? We get an Ironwood Club, 1d4 bludgeoning, +1 club. That is the most underwhelming green weapon I think I have ever seen. In before it has some special ceremonial use, and you're all gonna tell me to keep it, but my instinct says fucking it isn't worth the inventory space it takes up.
More for me.
Because I hope those vines will dissipate soon. Anyway, 65 gold for less than a pound of weight. Yeah, I guess I could add it to wares.
What's hiding here? Can't slow down.
Another key. So many keys. Ragged Diary will encumber me. Fuck off. We're already back at this point. Fool me to think I'd fare better than the other treasure hunters in this God's cursed wasteland. But the promise of a cursed beast as a trophy was a temptation I couldn't leave behind. Bloody needle blights took me by surprise, though I'm not sure how. How could I have expected anything less? It's all so much worse than I imagined. Found a key up here, but unless it unlocks a chest full of water and sunlight, I've no use for it. What is that? Wow! I like how they're all represented by little chalices. Potions, elixirs, coatings, that all makes sense. But then grenades! I wonder if the key is for this. Ring of what? No. No. No, I don't think so. Set yourself on fire! Now we're good. Hey, Karlak, look what I did so that I could understand your perspective. Honey, no! Right, so this dead ends here, unless you jump across, but that seems like a melodramatic way of dealing with things when you can just walk there by taking another path. But yeah, let's get out of those vines. God damn it. Keep walking. Wait, what? What does this mean? The same thing happened to Shadowheart up here. Why are they doing saving throws against Karlak? And what does that have to do with the vines? Does anybody understand that? Anyway, we can go back over here now and over to the Shadowed Battlefield waypoint. Because she killed the Needleblight, the Needleblight's resultant vines were like given to her? Maybe.
Hells. The curse has torn open the ground itself. Open up.
Been up there. That was the Dwergar corpse, and I wasn't going to go up there at the time, but then Scratch was like, over here, over here, over here, there's a thing, over here, there's a thing. Because remember, we ran out of things to throw, and so we had to summon Scratch in order to deal some damage. There's shit up there, but it's shadowed enough that I'm not going to forget. So we can go this way now. Towards the house in deep shadows. Oh dear.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play.
Nope! 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 Oh, okay, fine. I don't like regular children, let alone creepy ones.
Someone is coming. Someone new. Maybe they want to play.
Someone's coming, someone new. Lost. Wait, hang on, there he is. He's a tiefling. Something's disastrously wrong with his face. He's not a ghost, he's invisible. Shadowheart, I guess, will be able to see him. Good. I'd forgotten about us.
Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
Play? This is no place for a child, if that's even what you are. I can play you a song. Would you like that?
Not that kind of playing, silly. I want to play a game. It'll be really fun. Let me show you.
I thought the right side of his face was all fucked. It's looking smoother in this angle. Have you seen another little boy? His name is Thaniel.
I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me.
Don't you have anyone else to play with?
I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play.
What are your parents' names? Maybe I'll find them.
They don't need names. They just need to be mummy and daddy and do what I want. Now play with me, or they'll be angry with you.
The boy doesn't like these questions because he has no real answers, and perhaps no real family.
I don't think they're coming back. Want to come to my camp, creepy kid?
I'm not going anywhere. I like it here. Now play with me or else.
Okay.
All right. I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and you win.
What happens if I don't?
Then you lose.
All right.
Get ready, and no cheating.
Oh, he's fucked again. And now he's gone. He's invisible, is he? Well, we have a magic eye. But before that...
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Oh, hey, Lae'zel. Who were you?
Deathcar, warrior for my queen, blade for my Kithrak.
Are there others nearby?
Not in the Shadowlands. Atop the mountain, reaching to the sun.
Why were you here?
Training, becoming a Sar, leading my kin.
Dangerous place to train. How did you die?
Foolish games. Shadow. Ambushed. Shameful death. Dishonor to Vlaakith.
Good news. She couldn't give a shit about you if she tried. Where are you from?
Kresh Yilik.
Thought so.
Hidden among the mountains. Veiled by ruins.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Dad's axe. An old woodcutter's axe infused with the Shadow's bleak curse. Well, let's have Shadowheart look for Oliver. Hello.
You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win.
Let's play again.
Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught.
Huh. Daddy. And Mummy. Curious.
Can't afford to stay idle.
She doesn't have a great amount of movement, mind you. Let's have her dash. Oh, are we all sneaking now, are we? Let's not have her dash then. Pretty sure that'll ruin the stealth. I imagine he would have gone into the house.
Come on, let's go. Halfling essence.
I can be subtle sometimes.
Secrecy above all.
Shall we? Nice and easy.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
What comes now?
There he is.
Soldier.
Taking my time in the shadows.
I won't be able to reach 17. I can move 9. If Karlak gets out of the way.
Let's march.
And I dash.
Shadow lag.
Don't mind me.
Actually, everybody can get out of the way. God.
What's next, I wonder?
Does this count as adventuring? Quiet. Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
Yeah, that
Don't waste a step.
gives me a good bit more leg room. Can't talk to him? Oh, I can't talk to him while like that. Maybe I just can't talk to him in turn-based.
The mission has to come first. Better tread carefully.
Something smells tasty.
Can't give up now.
Hey, 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 hey!
You're good at this. Are you sure you didn't cheat? But I can't let you think me a bad sport. Here's your prize. You'll need it.
We managed to beat Oliver at his own game. He gave us a prize for finding him. Karlak gets inspired for it. Pass without trace ring, of course. Your parents stopped chasing us about now? Seems it. Passed your test, that means we can go? The house is still lit up. But we don't have an actual quest.
Not back to gloat, are you? Nobody likes a bad winner. I still think you might have tricked me. If you did, I'll figure it out.
Have to keep going.
Fascinating.
Time for a little death.
Do you get mad
Quietly.
if I open this? It's not listed as his property, so I guess he won't.
No one back home will ever believe this.
We have mental inhibition. And the dead warrior has nothing on them. There is Dad's axe. I don't know that I should pull that out.
How much further can I go?
I'm ready.
I think the stealthing's over, Grefter, but that was interesting.
No time to rest.
Timmy you didn't think it could be won. What happens when they catch you? Is it a fight with the two shadows, I assume, or do they just kill you?
Another step forward.
House in deep shadow. So I guess if we did not have the fairy ring, or the fairy bell rather, we'd also be dealing with the curse here. Like, it's extra bad here, right? But there we go. I don't think there's anything else I can do, but it's still lit up. Must be more to this kid, but maybe I can't do anything with him now? Like, if he's related to Thaniel, maybe we need to come back after we've progressed art color? Because it just seems to have stopped. And we have no quest relative to it. Which is weird. This is the first time I've seen an actual, like, quest circle, but without a quest. We have two well, we only have one, really, because that doesn't actually add up. So you can jump, I believe. So the next step is to go over to the house. We've got to find... I keep finding dead ends along this path to the right, which means that the mountain pass entrance must be from this way. Which means you'll come to here and basically go through the whole thing before you reach Last Light. That's interesting. Further makes me glad I took Grimforge, because, I mean, it would have been a lot longer before we met Jaheira if I hadn't. I was right. Thought I should take the entrance closer to the person who said the name Jaheira, and I was right.
Anything of use?
Yeah, we'll be able to go right back to Oliver when we think we have something for him. Yearning for the moon. So much has changed in our fair town. The moon used to shine so brightly here. We'd all stand out, our shoulders bared, our faces upturned, drinking in her blessing like milk. Such darkness now. I must watch the moon in secret, from my window or late at night when the town's asleep. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the last sane person left in Wraithwin. So this is Wraithwin. Broken and ruined.
Might be useful.
But Wraithwin still.
What's that?
That is a pile of dirt. Shall we dig it? Which house is this again? Right, that's the ambush one. Further in from the measle one. Oh, good! An outhouse! Dirty toilet seat, and we can sit on it. Astarion, you do that. Well, while Astarion's taking a short break, we'll shut the door for his privacy. Oh, no, sit on the seat. Hang on, I'll get someone else to shut the door for you then, if you can't sit and shut. Hang on. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Karlak.
What's the story?
No, hang on.
Keep your distance, darling.
Making me sweat.
Stop it!
Watch your back.
There we go. Okay. While Astarion is taking care of business, I am going to go and get some food. The rest of us will wait him out, and then when he's finished, we will resume. See you later.
Careful, I bite.
Oh! So we're not going to walk out the door then, are we? We're going to, in fact, teleport up to the roof. Well, never let it be said the man doesn't have style. I thought about starting my return by playing a toilet flushing sound effect for him, but I didn't want to look one up.
What to do? With haste.
Anyway. Continue to explore down here, looking for the mountain pass, if we can find it. At least the pathway to it. So that we can tie off the loose end. Already been to the mountain pass, but yeah, we stopped at the entrance to the Shadow-Cursed lands there. So if we find the entrance to the mountain pass here, then we're good. Of course, there was no flushing sound. It's an outhouse, not a posh upper city toilet. Yeah, but it's about the vibe. The mood, you know? Never let the truth stand in the way of entertainment.
What's in here?
Get to Baldur's Gate, a plain, unadorned note. An old map in a druidic style of what appear to be hidden routes out of the Emerald Enclave. The destination is marked as Baldur's Gate, and a note is attached. Take only what you can carry. Go through the mountain pass. If anyone falls, leave them. You can't afford to be slowed down by excess baggage. Good luck. Tieflings, maybe? They presumably went over the pass. I don't think they could have gone through the Underdark like us. There we get a nice view of Oliver's house. Yeah, the pass itself isn't that dangerous. I think Halsin's reasoning for recommending the Underdark is because it takes you in closer, but realistically speaking, the pass's main problem is the Githyanki, but if you don't go to the Kraish, they're not really going to bother you. That might be where I want to go. Pile of sacks.
A pile of belongings, forsaken to the curse, so that their owners could escape with their lives.
Elegus. The other problem being that that's the path everybody uses. Yeah. Usable food up here. The two paths to the mountain pass were either through the goblin camp or through the Gith patrol with their dragon. Yeah, but we got rid of the latter. And the former. Well, no, we did leave the goblins in their camp.
Let's have a look. This beast didn't go down without a fight.
What beast does? A tiefling's journal charting the journey from El Turel to the Emerald Enclave, and now on the road to Baldur's Gate. The ox just up and died. Started choking out of nowhere, then keeled over. We tried to pull the cart, but the ox knocked the wheel off when it went down. The thing is in splinters. The others want to grab what we can and keep going, but this place feels wrong. My skin is crawling like something is watching us from the darkness. No one else is talking much, but I can tell they feel the same.
Too big to be a spear wound. A horn?
Nothing to say, I assume?
The corpse has it.
Pardon me, I got nothing to say. Can you pick that without jumping up? Yes.
Still breathing.
The murder on the arms, but alright. A bomb. There again is that weird little lit up nothing. Mountain Pass entrance that we can't actually use.
Best be on my way.
Guess it's just there to show what used to be a path before the Shadow Curse took over the land. Now what about this? Is this the pathway out? Yes. So this is where you start, Mountain Pass. You come through here, you'd see signs of the tieflings having come through. You'd probably explore what's down here as well. So I haven't seen what else you'll find, but you'd cross this bridge. You'd find this place fairly empty because you'd need the tieflings to get the scene, I assume. You might run into Oliver. Might run into the measles. Or the vines. But eventually, you'd reach the last light. Eventually. Just to make sure, though. Why did I just receive a backpack? Huh? This is Halsin's stuff, but Halsin doesn't join me yet. Because there's a good berry in it. Officially speaking, I can't make him come with me yet. I'll keep it and hand it to him when he actually formally joins then. Is it because he refuses to go with us beyond the Cursed Lands? But, like, he's not with us at all. Or I could just reload the quick save and not actually make the transition officially. Because I did quick save before I clicked on it. That's probably cleaner. I'm not really doing this for any specific reason, just to fully verify that yes, we have been here before. This is the area border that we walked up to, and we decided let's not go any further. I still think the Mountain Pass specifically should be considered Act 2. like, it might not be considered that mechanically because of the way the Shadow Cursed Lands triggers works, whereas the Mountain Pass has its own set of triggers. But just in terms of overall size of content, I feel like the Mountain Pass is arguable. Act 1.5 if you must. Alright, let's keep Halsin's mysterious goodberry where it is. Oh, dead end, but there's more down here.
Someone there? Easy.
Let's move.
I just feel like Act 1 feels like it's over once you leave that wilderness, and the Underdark and the Mountain Pass sort of feel like preludes to Act 2, more than they feel like parts of Act 1. However, the Mountain Pass in particular feels more disconnected because at least the Underdark is right below Act 1's zone, right? Like, you're still there. You go to Grimforge and you sort of like move out of it, sure, because you're moving under the mountain, but at first, at least, it feels like you're going beneath rather than onwards. Whereas the Mountain Pass very much feels like the next step of the journey. Especially because it has a warning and the Underdark doesn't. You can do the Underdark without breaking the Grove Tiefling Goblin standoff, but you go through the Mountain Pass without resolving that and everybody dies. That's a difference.
Looks like the Drider's caravan came from here.
Oh, perhaps you meet the caravan if you come this way then. Right, no, that makes sense because they go this way. Yeah, if you start this way and meet the Harpers first, then you get the quest to summon them. But if you come this way, that would let you get the lantern faster too, because you'd be unable to get the blessing from Isabel. Which would make walking through all of this really shitty. Especially since you'd get here, and then you'd double back? No. Now that's the difference. Karnus would be found here or along the way. You wouldn't have the Harper ambush. Stop dancing. I'll keep dancing, it's fine.
Anything of use?
I mean, it seems fairly obvious to me. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case. It's basically the same content anyway. Unless it's something completely different that just doesn't exist in the other route. Not really something I'd classify as a spoiler when we are already past the point. There's certainly not much here. So the Harper ambush happens and you're on the other side of it. Theoretically. Obviously you would have to... I guess if you're on Team Goblin, you'd get to be part of the caravan, sure. If you're not, I'm sure there's a universe in which you just fight them before the ambush even happens. The caravan, I mean. They'd give you that freedom. Ugh, boy! The severed head of a young woman. The jaw is ripped off. No, it isn't. Locking her face in an eternal bloody scream. Trick your way into the caravan and then betray them when the Harpers attack. You have to assume... Well, you wouldn't know the Harpers are going to attack. I mean, you would if you've played it before on the other side, but if you're new to the zone, you wouldn't necessarily be banking on that.
Let's crack it open.
Have a lot on my mind. And well, in it.
Got a little tower here. Vines. A bloody gen. My word. But the thing is, these ones are actually categorized as ambushing, and they're showing up on the map. So that's different. I wonder if that's because... I wonder if that's meant to be like a teaching moment for people who come this way. We'll let you see the first ones a little more clearly, and then you can think carefully when you're traveling later. I tell you what, I'm bloody sick of these guys. Doesn't look like there's as many. I might... Oh, maybe. Yes, she did. Somehow. Difficulty class 30, skill check 20 plus 4, 24. I don't know how that's a success. Astarion has a higher result. Oh, she rolled a nat. Yeah, okay. But I'm not seeing many of them. I'm seeing 4. Nope, 5. Okay, we'll pre-haste and have a sleep after.
Keep a blade close.
Every time we've done this, we've missed with the fire arrow, but let's try it again just because I want to fucking succeed. There's also a chest there, but it's gilded, it'll be fine. Did that hurt it? It did. It did. This time Shadowheart's the one with bad initiative. So it goes. See if you can kill with the sneak attack. Because Karlach will certainly kill the Vine Blight. We're getting an awful lot of 95% hit chance misses.
Now this is my happy place. Heading out.
So it's the last rage, so we will long rest after that too.
Got it.
And still there are yet more. There's one.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Sure you can. Go there.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Big dollop of fire. Use your luck of the far rolls. That's true, I do have my one-a-day fireball. Next time. Don't think fireball's an attack roll, so I shouldn't save this. Throw a fireball at the vine blight if it hopefully groups up. Oh. They cannot hit. Shadowheart, I don't really want you to do anything. I guess you could call lightning, but I kind of want to use that fireball. Just shoot him and fail.
No mercy.
Oh, you're climbing up to the thingy, alright. What? Why did you go up there? Why did you do that? Just to roll a 1? You went up the... What? Okay. Oh, you broke my haste.
Still on my feet.
I can't move. I can fireball both of these guys and not me. I will fireball the chest, but I don't care. How can we dance when our chest is burning?
The dance macabre.
I can't move and she can't anything, so we are just gonna have to stab him. But that's pretty good. Now, what roll was that for a crit? It's hard to find the actual roll. Like, you can find it when it's a miss, but... Yeah, it was a 19 crit. I wanted to see if it was a 20 crit or if my my crit boost was doing work there.
Act fast.
Yeah, I guess you bloody do. Well, we've lost the fireball and Karlak's busy, so lightning it is. Alas.
Time to meet your maker.
Destructive Wrath. Broke the concentration on my movement. That's good.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. choice but to keep going.
Everybody's spent. Shadowheart used reverberation. They rolled 10, they need 10 to save. Sure, don't save.
Knowledge your face and shit it out.
Well, did it?
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
You'd think what just happened to you would make you more angry, not less,
Soldier.
but alright. You know what? Let's throw its mate at it. No? What do you mean it's too far? Too heavy to throw far enough, I guess. Fine. We'll throw a starry in it. No. We'll throw the pike.
1, 2.
And in the slightly singed chest, we have some money, some alchemy stuff, and the Frost Prince necklace, which gives you the Ice Knife, level 1 spell.
Time to take a load off.
Decent amount of damage, but I imagine we can only cast it at level 1 because it's not tied to your actual spells. So I don't think it would be worth... Oh, actually, I need to replace my necklace because I put on the pearlescent one. Was the cantrip boosting, damage boosting one, I think. It sure sounds like me. Ice Knife itself sounds like a good spell, I just don't know that I would want it as a item-based cast.
No traps, please.
Fuck you.
What's that?
I don't know, I can't hear it over everybody going, "Oh!" because they don't know how to fucking walk. It's a better than nothing, but if you have better than nothing, don't.
Moving ahead.
There really isn't much here. I can only assume that that's because there's stuff that happens if it's your entrance stuff that's made obsolete. Stop getting fucking stuck! With respect. I do believe that's it. This part here, that's it. Once that's explored, we'll have gotten a handle on this entire early section, and all that's left to us is to cross these bridges. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe I am. You can go into this horrible skull pit. Brave. Dear Mum, you forgot me, and that's not nice. The last time I forgot to tie my shoes good and tight, you gave me a clout in the ear. So I hope someone does that to you. But if you can you come back, please? Or, if you meet Mr. Luppadiddle Swires, send him, because he's famous and quite good at helping people, and I need help, Mum. I feel funny here in the dark. The dark goes movie. It hurts. My head feels like porridge. It hurts. Help me, Mr. Swat. Mum, oh Mum, I'm sorry I wasn't brave. Hey, Larian. Fuck you. I like that there's a headless corpse in amongst about 1,001 skulls. Like, does this belong to anyone? And 30 different people say, oh, it's mine! Well, maybe people isn't the best word for that. Let's get out of the doom pit. I guess us normal folk are gonna have to climb. Well, there's no saving the people who died here, so on we go. That was unpleasant. So, how do we get over here?
Hope this ends well.
Do need to sleep, but I would like to bet that there's no fight in this tiny section and cross it off the list and then sleep before bridge crossing. Because yeah, pretty much all of the interesting things are over here. This house is the only other interesting thing that we found all day. Like, I guess there's the dude and 3 fights with the Vine Blights, but I was expecting something here, you know? Something a bit more interesting. But it really is quite desolate. Still. At least we're through it pretty quickly. Did I find the Shadow Mastiffs? I did. Yes, that is true. We did kill a lot of people with words. We got Karnas and his friends to walk off into the Blight with no lantern, which was funny.
Members of the Emerald Enclave, casualties in the war against Ketheric Thorm years past.
Yeah, let's all talk at once so I don't fucking listen to anybody. Casualties of the Emerald Enclave fallen against the war with Ketheric Thorm. Meanwhile, what I was saying was Pickett's Ballista's siege engines, a little old-fashioned too. 100 years more? Is Karnas really that poor when he has you pulling for him? Yes. He is. That's a terrible life he had. Arrow of lightning and arrow of roaring thunder. There is a lot of stuff across the river. That wouldn't surprise me. Doesn't look like a super long map, though. It looks like it's all contained in an area that is, if anything, smaller than this. But that could just be for now. Then again, Moonrise Towers is going to be a zone shift. Like, that's going to be giant. We just can't see it all. I suppose the question is which bridge to take, because there's a real one and then there's 2 haphazard fake ones. I think the northernmost is the cleanest path, because you want Moonrise Towers to be the last thing you see, so you definitely don't want to take this bridge, and this one's a bit close to it as well. But there. This is the last. Drag of exploration over here, and there's nothing in it once again. Let's be on our way. From misery to more misery. I feel like I'm very soft-spoken when I play this game, but so much of Baldur's Gate is quiet. I don't have the energy of Ace Attorney. Speaking of, I was waiting to say this because I wanted to double-check and make sure that Snip would be available if I did it, because obviously he comes in and plays a character for us here and there. But what I'm going to do on Sunday is double up on Ace Attorney, because while I'm okay giving it 6 hours a week, we don't have that much time on a Saturday anymore. So instead we'll do Saturday and Sunday rather than start a new thing. When we finish the game, rather than go straight on to Investigations 2, I will change to something else. And then probably Sea of Thieves, I think, but I'm not fully sold and decided something else might take my attention instead. No, it's not the clown. If you want to find out, you can always watch the highlights or start waking up again. Otherwise, you can live in the shadow-cursed darkness. Wait. Sleep first.
Greetings.
Nothing to say. And Halcyon I don't think is in camp either. Karlak is lying down so comfortably her tail is buried in the ground. Look at that. That is under the world.
What's on your mind?
Your tail, apparently.
Well met.
Apparently we can we can tell this to Will every time we see him. The cultists have taken your father!
Then we know our mission.
I know. You've told me that every single time we've spoken in the last week. Have I heard of Mark of the Rose? That is a Fallen London Universe visual novel, I think. I never even played Sunless Sea. I actually played Fallen London. I played the browser game, and I always got frustrated by the fact that you have to wait a lot in that. I like the universe in theory. Shame it's Duke and not Duchess, then it would have just enough syllables for that joke to work better.
What can I do for you?
Will likes to go over the same thing over and over again. Does that mean that when I go to bed tonight, he'll be dancing? Oh god, that was... Grafter, did you happen to hear about or catch in VODs or anything the trials and tribulations of me trying to get laid when we fixed Karlak's engine and immediately did a long rest for the purpose of triggering the sex scene? Because... yeah, okay, so we did that. Karlak was excited and very, obvious about what she wanted. I was playing that up for stream entertainment, and we immediately took a long rest right in front of Damon to trigger it. We talk to Karlak, she's excited, we go to bed, and the scene that it triggers is Dancing Will. And then in the next long rest, he apologized to us for coming on to us, and I was like, it's alright, but timing, dude!
I'll give it a shot.
Nightly Why were they all glowing and I wasn't? Anyway.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Wait, was that a potion of animal speaking? Yeah, you would think of me when you say... Oh, but wouldn't that be funny for him to hand you one of those and you weren't someone who currently had it cast? It's like, Scratch is trying to tell you something. No, seriously, Scratch is trying to tell you something. Good boy.
You smell very delicious, but ooh, more.
In last week's Pathfinder game, a cat gave you a potion of animal as a direct suggestion, I guess? Is Grefter the DM, or is that just a snark? Gave it to the party, right? You're just the one who... Everyone's like, oh, what do we do with this? And you just... Yep. Oh, right. People meet up in the real world. I forget that sometimes. Ooh. 280 EXP for crossing a fucking bridge. It's not even a good bridge. It's just a dam with a decent enough amount of debris piled up. That's a bridge. Wraithwen Masons Guild. Now that's interesting, because the Masons Guild thingy is all the way up there. Now this is even bloody gloomier, but let's drop down to that sigil circle before we go north. I will be going north first, but let's just grab that sigil circle. Here we go. Come on down to Wraithwen Town. Welcome to Wraithwen. The darkness is darker here.
Wits and blades always sharp.
What was that spell you mentioned? Daylight? Third. How much of a difference does it make? That's interesting. Oh, the upcast doesn't do anything. Summon a sphere that dispels the darkness around it. Enchant an item or a weapon. I thought I did turn that back on. I did turn that back on. It just isn't doing anything, apparently. If I don't see enough of a difference, I'm going to reload, but if it works... Well, they're going to know we're coming. But we can see.
No one stopped me yet. Light on my feet.
And lightning on my feet. Right, so this is proper township. Let's... Are we allowed? Doesn't look like it. Can't jump that! What garbage are you? Alright, it's fine. The House of Healing is up that way. That's the main thing that we know we need to do. Who puts that on a roof and puts 46 gold in it? Like, is that specifically for the local adventurers or what? It's hard to figure out what's traversable here. Because that mostly seems to be bothered about the path being interrupted more so than
Wanna dance?
whether or not I'm allowed. Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Need to find a way forward.
Alas, you did, and now here we are. On a roof. With a dead man. And a skeleton. Sorry, Astoria. And here we have the Wraithwyn Masons Guild. Well, the top of it. We did have... Yes, we have Investigate the Masons Guild, Investigate the Selûnite Residence. So we do have a quest here, it's just not showing up as a thing. But we do. Not quite the House of Healing, that's for a different one. Okay. Let's get to the root of the matter. Really? Oh, there we go. Don't hurt yourselves. Good. Okay. It is hilarious to me just how easily they let you jump to your death in these water pools. It's like Spyro the Dragon for... No, not Spyro. Assassin's Creed 1 swimming rules. Because at least in Spyro the Dragon you could jump back out. In Assassin's Creed 1, if you touch a drop of water, you die. And I think the tongue-in-cheek rationale for that was that the Animus couldn't handle it. It wasn't that Altair couldn't swim. Then they upgraded the Animus by the time of number 2. But there we go. This is the other side to where I jumped on the roof. Perfect. Well, that's why I quick-saved. Because of how fucking easy it would... More infernal iron. I don't think we need any more. Because Damon's upgrades are all done. Like, I think the idea was that the alloy will give you all of them, otherwise you'll have to find 3 pieces, but I mean, it's still worth money.
What a charmer.
And I imagine if I were Karlach, I'd want to hoard the stuff for my future, even if the game's value is gone.
What now?
Certainly not something to not pick up.
Seems simple enough.
This is not to be contested. It seems logical enough. Burning hands.
What now?
Oh, and of course, yeah, in the game where you can't swim, you had to kill someone on a boat. Yeah. That's basically the lava field of Assassin's Creed 1. I like that game. I like that game. I like that game despite itself. I like that game despite all of its side missions being utter shit. I like it despite the fucking flag collection being... Like, people complain about Assassin's Creed 2's 100 feathers. Have those people tried to get the flags in the predecessor? No, I don't think they have. Because if they had, they would adore the feathers for its comparative simplicity.
What's inside?
But there's something about the combat in Assassin's Creed 1 that is, like, slow and clunky, and yet... I don't know, it's just real nice when you finally kill a fucking Templar. Yeah, you don't have to do all of the boring shit in Assassin's Creed 1. Sure, I do, because my brain is busted and makes me complete games, even though they're not that much fun. But you don't have to. And that's the merit that you should judge it by. Also, I think Altair's American accent is really shit. But they fixed that in Revelation, which I like considerably less, because I've never forgiven it for tower defense.
Don't waste a step.
And I've never forgiven Brotherhood for the fucking tank. Well, the tank actually isn't too bad. It's the don't take any damage with it, because it is not a dodge tank. Was I up here before? No, I was on the roof, but I didn't come in. That said, there's nothing here. Got a doorway out to there, which is where I have been, I think. Yeah, we came over here. We just did not take this path, which will lead us deeper into Wraithwind, so let's not take that path yet. And there's an ornate wooden hatch that's inside. I recall that I did everything 100% in Assassin's Creed 2, but I don't remember if that had the optional objectives things. But basically, Brotherhood, I do have like a save from when I was younger, which has everything fully completed except the tank mission. It's on a console that no longer boots, but still. Right, that's the hatch. Take that before I leave the building, but let's see what's in this dark room first.
Let's see.
Something over there.
Odd-looking bones. And a plaque.
Here lies the Grand Mason, his bones and lies exposed.
We don't walk onto the skeleton bones there. You're not dog meat.
A pile of crushed bones of varying shapes, sizes, and creatures. A pile of crushed bones of varying shapes, sizes,
can't do anything about it, but okay.
Creatures.
And we have the recipe for bark skin. Frivolity gave me a glimmer of hope today. I took precious time away from research into the platinum scale to help a gnome. Her guinea pig was trapped in bramble and briar, and the gnome wanted something to toughen her skin. I helped her. The gnome kissed my raw, scaleless hand and left in good cheer. Need salts of gnarled tree bark and suspension of either mud, mephit wing, or laculite. Interesting. My success with barkskin has led me down an avenue of experimentation that could cloak my aching body in scales of hard, shining platinum. Writing is harder with my left hand. The right one, the one the gnome kissed, is seized in a claw of agony. Arthritis? Generally, my pain is abominable, but for the first time in a while, I have it! I do! Hope! A small note was added to this edition of the text. It simply reads, I saved my guinea pig. Demon Dragon, your first time here, you'd been trying to avoid progressing the main quest for as long as you could. Yeah, I do that a bit. So you came here without the blessing? See, I don't think I would have done that. I think I would have, like, realized that this maybe wasn't intended, or that there would perhaps be a better way. Surely I would have at least looked up whether there was a better way. That doesn't sound like a fun way to play the game. Sodasaur sack. Yeah, well. That's it. That's everywhere outside of this hatch, so let's take it. Where is it? It's in the back here. Yep. Camera work is sort of difficult when you're doing these multi-floor. There's a whole storyline in the potion recipe books. Yeah, it seems to be the same person who's written all of them. Elevator. Okay. The ladder is what we've come down. I figured this would be where we'd progress. The investigate quest. That's a fake fucking wall.
Something over there.
Yeah, a fake fucking wall. Look at it on the map too. That is the fakest fucking wall I've ever seen. This isn't fucking NES Zelda. They don't hide their secrets well. Nor should they. Games shouldn't hide their secrets such that you just never find them. You want it to be straddling the border of obvious and obscure. You don't want it to be so obvious that people laugh when they find it, but you also want them to find it.
How delicious.
Keyhole Herald. Tower-shaped key. We got that from the roof of the last light, did we not? Now there is that elevator, which presumably leads us to a different exit than the hatch we took. But... oh, it was Mattis's, yes. Not the one on the roof. The one on the roof was for a chest that we'd already opened.
Moving in.
Yeah, see, the way game secrets work for me when I'm not streaming something, I pretty much always find them because before I leave an area in any new video game, I will consult a guide and see if there's anything that I missed. Because I don't have time to play fair. But on stream, sometimes I can miss things. Congratulations on finding this place, thief. But your journey ends here. Note from the mason. It's a good thing none of us are thieves.
Open up.
That's curious.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your distance, darling.
Oh, eat my balls. One off. Better. I noticed that did not say try again with disarm tools. That said continue. So I got the impression that that was about to blow up if I didn't use inspiration. And what does it give me? More disarm tools and money. Okay, but putting a trap disarm kit behind a trap chest is either genius or douchey. Now that is weird because we can see in there, but it also appears to be empty, so I don't know that there's any reason to want to get in there. Oh, hello! Ha!
Careful, I might.
Right. That's probably it. Let's keep going.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Yeah, I suppose by the fact that we're, you know, proactively disarming all of the traps, you never actually get to see a trap do its trap thing. Which I guess is a shame for some.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
This is quite a lot, isn't it? We have a wraith. Are they going to ambush? Or are they just a straight fight? Well, we know they're there. So we'll be smart. Ta-da! Hello! We're not surprised. I'm surprised by how many of them there are, though. There's 6. Only one of them is the slightly scarier wraith. The rest are regular old shadows. Why would we have disadvantage? Oh, because he needs to walk forward. can shoot that one. Best against you, I think. Bye! There's really nothing for him to nom on these days. Can't bite ghosts and tree creatures. And the shadows don't seem to know how to go down a ladder. Curious. I don't think we're going to need to do too much here. Yeah, it was there, the teleport. Aura of Vile Oblivion. Could they stop fucking breaking my haste every single time? Too close. All of her heavy hits will hit people around her, unfortunately. At least they're shatter. But they are permitted to go for people who aren't me. Let's see if we can get rid of the big one. That did very bloody little, in fact. With Destructive Wrath. Interesting. Not much else you can do. That'll do a lot of good, though. Brilliant. The life drain is still on, though. Until long rest curse. Good God. Okay, we'll just sleep after this fight then, I guess. Sure, but then I'm just using another resource. And they ate my daylight, which I'd really rather reapply. It's disadvantage regardless of what I do there. Don't really have melee anymore. Still hit. In fact, killed it. Despite close range disadvantage. Good.
Can't give up. Not now. Need to stay focused.
But yeah, remove curse is level 3. But so's daylight, and I don't want to use all of her level 3s. And then walk around without all of her level 3s. Once all of her level 3s are gone, I'd sleep anyway. So we could do that, but he'll survive the fight, and then we'll just go to bed.
Bye forever, pal. Good idea, Carl.
Or is the daylight back? No, that's her light. One more. None more.
Trust no one.
But yeah, that's... If it wasn't for all that stuff on Shadowheart's level 3 slots, I wouldn't sleep yet, but... If I'm going to walk around with this on, and I want him to not be cursed, then I'm walking around with her tapped on level 3, and I don't walk around with anybody tapped on level 3. So, we'll be back.
Never wanted the easy path.
You covered in blood again?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Oh shit, you have some... I never asked, are you Cazador's only spawn, or are there others like you?
Cazador sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. And now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
So there are people in this life that you care about.
What's on your mind?
Right. Nightly R. Life no longer drained.
I love a nice secret hideaway, don't you?
I mean, I guess.
You can just fill it with supplies, seal up the hidden entrance, and tuck yourself away from the world.
Whatever you say, Squirrel Heart.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well...
I don't know that I'd cast this regularly, because, like, it's bright enough for me to navigate, even without it, but, it is probably better for stream, because I know that the stream screen tends to take less light. I've had games in the past where everybody's been like, I can't see anything, and I'm like, I can, what are you talking about?
A distant memory of a man stretching his back with a groan. Another day of hauling masonry blocks done.
Empathize with someone he personally knew in circumstances directly relatable to his own. It's a very specific definition of care.
A happy, faded memory comes to you. A woman walking along a beach, holding hands with her husband-to-be. You sense this one hid for days as the sounds of battle got closer and closer to town. You didn't even care who won, so long as it ended.
Halfred. You're probably surprised that I'm writing, though no more surprised than me. You warned me of Thorm's malice, yet I took up hammer and trowel to build that cursed tower. You warned me of coming war, yet I built the prison that would contain his foes. You warned me. I did not listen. It is my deepest regret, and I must atone. I know more about the tower's construction than anyone and possess innumerable tools and supplies. Besides, gather your allies at last light and let us devise a plan to infiltrate Moonrise. Catherrick plans for war. He expects to face halberds and staves in light of day. We will end him with a dagger to the back before he can so much as raise a blade. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I hope that you'll try. Your brother, Morfred.
You sense this one hid for days as the sounds of battle got memory comes to you. A woman walking along a beach back, holding hands so long as it's meant to be. Another day of hauling masonry.
Just hearing the stories of faded lives all repeat themselves. How quickly things change. The Thorms are Selûnite through and through, so I believed. Perhaps Ketheric only converted from Melodia, and with her death, then his daughters, his faith died too. But to turn to Shar? It beggars belief. Ketheric's justiciars are growing greater in number and more determined to rout out any traces of Selûne in Wraithwyn. Why do they think this town was built? One cannot rip the foundations out of a building and expect it to remain standing. Brother and I remain the last two bastions of Our Lady of Silver in the town. A few, the trusting few, come to worship in secret by moonlit nights. Others, converts all. Whether they truly believe, I cannot say. Impossible, isn't it? Sick of standing idle while justiciars gain power in our humble town. What will become of us if we allow it? I met a man who was no man. Touched by a devil, or maybe worse. But he offered something I couldn't refuse. Help. The time is now. Ketheric's justiciars, their stronghold in the temple below, they will be wiped out. All of them. Didn't ask how. I just want them gone. Let the Harpers have it, Ketheric, now. They'll make short work of him. We reached the Masons' Guild and found the writings of Morfred, leader of the Selûnite resistance. He was determined to fight on against the Sharans however he could, even if it cost him his life, which I believe it likely did. We'll take that one for the archives.
What's in here?
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Well, let's deal with that then.
I've got a long road ahead.
Oh, fuck's sake.
A crooked touch.
Never a dull moment.
Helmet of Arcane Acuity. Whenever you deal damage with a weapon attack, you gain Arcane Acuity for 2 turns. Bonus to your spell attack rolls and spell difficulty class. This is light armor. It's related to weapon attack and it gives you spell... That is a confused hat. That hat does not know what it wants to be.
Before the shadows, there was once a house full of warmth and children's laughter in this one's life. No more.
Light on my feet.
Calloused hands work a hammer and chisel around a massive slab of rock. Months from now, a face will take shape.
Until some douchebag roadie comes along and replaces your mallet with one for your non-dominant hand.
You can almost taste the sour ale that once clung to this soul's breath. He was insensible when the shadows came for him.
Good luck riddling that one, by the way. Have a cappuccino. Harvest of Memory. Brought to the Shadowfell, which is a reflection of the world you're in, and a dark reflection too, rife with wickedness and twisted echoes and despair, by their Raven Queen. The Shadarkai are elves. Not elves as you might find along the Sword Coast, but elves that reflect their home with their physiology and attitude. On the whole, they are cruel, nasty-minded people who are nonetheless singularly devoted to their queen and her domain of power. That domain is life and death, and in their unwavering fealty to their mistress, the Shadarkai perform the thankless duty of ferrying the memories of the dead for her to admire in a kind of memory-based menagerie. Corsairs of Luskan. Cultural analysis, spending a good number of pages on Luskan. Tucked like a gold filling, or some would say a pus-filled abscess, at the mouth of the river Mirar, Luskan is a city of merchant princesses, swarthy bandit princes, and the most diverse, cutthroat and fractured cabal of pirates on Toril. Torn into factions, these piratical groups are known as ships. Here the book details each faction with a frankly dizzying attention to detail. The one point of interest is that the ship Kurth faction are in fact controlled by a secret mercenary company of drow. You think regular drow are formidable? Wait till you find secret drow. A rich and fertile land, ancient map depicting the areas surrounding Moonrise, profusion of local flora and fauna with special emphasis placed on areas for prolific foraging. Yeah, I don't think any of those are up to date. Flow of the Chionthar. I think I've read about the Chionthar. Selune's devotee. This diary records the life of John Meadowlin. He suffered from lycanthropy, becoming a werebear at the advent of the full moon. Cured of his condition by a priestess of Selune, John Meadowlin exchanged his claws for a great sword and a cause. He would keep this priestess, her name was Erlona, safe from all trouble on the highways and byways. Further, he would bear witness to her many miracles, for Erlona was a saint of the goddess, gifted even more than he could have imagined. They never fell in love, though their friendship was quite something. Haha, bear witness. Secret Societies of the Sword Coast exposed. Is that about the Zents? Yeah, we've read that.
Something good here. I hope.
Jake's Encyclopedia of Eels. I think we've read that too. From a man who really doesn't like Candlekeep, so, you know, I respect it.
What's that?
Logbook 12, 1371. The hefty book is labelled 1371 and stamped with an elegant stag against a dark green background. 6 Uktar sent 2 druids, some of the newer recruits up north. Village there has had 2 years of failed crops and are unlikely to survive the next winter. We've read this one? But it's a fucking journal. Huh. Yes, we have. Why would there be 2 copies of the same journal? Well, Moonrise diagram. Carefully drawn diagram of the towers. A circle of red ink draws your attention.
Someone's marked a spot at the base of Moonrise Towers. Worth a look.
As though something has been stashed in the tower's prison dungeon. Interesting. Now, back to obvious fake walls. Ba 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 ba. It's a little wine cellar. And I guess this lever is here in case you, dimension door past it. You could, couldn't you? If you couldn't, if everybody failed that perception check, but you knew that you could get behind there, you could, because you couldn't Misty Step, because you got a line of sight, but dimension door, you could be just like, leap of faith, badang. There's also a scroll of Misty Step in here and a scroll of knock. They really want to make sure you can get out. Potion of invisibility looks more like a necklace. Not a lot in here in the end. Which is a shame. And that's it. It looks like there's more secrets because of how the edge is cut off, but don't think there is. As you can see behind, there's just rocks. If there's a secret, you can generally either not see anything past it, or see some suspicious emptiness. But we finished the quest markers, that's what's important. Now, where does this elevator take us? Because I don't want to get zoomed across the map. Logistically, though, it shouldn't, because the hatch is right there, so this should be, like, just to the left. Right? Ah! So it's one... Oh my god. How the fuck are you alive? How the fuck are you... Is she alive? I didn't even think about Arabella. Arabella was not at the last light. Fuck. I was all geared up for another creepy kid. Okay. So there's path up there. She's... right there, behind that door. How the fuck is she surviving that? So that's why I don't trust. I don't really want to go there yet. But I certainly do not want her to get into danger if I sleep. And a quick save and talk to her. See if we can, like, tell her to go back to the last light or something. If she's really her.
Here lies Bronick Larrow, blacksmith of renown. May he make iron sing in the afterlife.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
In memory of Kayla Bellsworth, thrice married, thrice widowed, always smiling.
We didn't really examine this courtyard. We can go back there later.
Here lies Sister Kevin. A more devoted mendicant never lived.
Sister Kevin? Hmm.
In memory of Reuven Corley, who lived stoically and died without complaint. Here lies faithful Jamie, the love of all our lives.
Hello? Pops? Are you out there? Please,
Hello?
please.
Tombstones? I'm clicking on you. Why aren't we doing them anymore?
In memory of Reuven Corley.
That one works.
Stoically. And died without trust and Brumwild, philanderer and wicked excuse for a husband. May the crows use this marker as a privy.
Well, I'm glad that one played.
Here rots Treston Brumwild.
This one does not want to.
And wicked excuse for a husband. May the crows use this marker as a privy.
Not sure how to make it play. Sorry, Arabella, I'm getting distracted by funny death notes. I will see to you, I just...
What's that?
That is a skeleton, what do you reckon?
In memory of Eberk Trollbleeder, his tall tales shall be greatly missed.
I don't like some of these aren't playing.
Here lies Macias, taken before his time.
Come on, every second one's broken now. True Love's Caress, one of a magical pair of rings that allows the wearer to receive warding bond from a creature wearing the match. Bonded by love, wife's diary.
Here lies a nameless foundling. May he know peace at last.
We'll see if we do.
Here lies Immolata Cole, the music of the moon played on her heartstrings. Here lies Gertrude the Monsoon Rafferty. She came and went like a natural disaster.
God, you made me think Arabella was dying then, Demon Dragon. But you're referring to your own run when you didn't have the blessing.
Here lies Macias, taken before his time. Behold the mortal remains of Marvy Bullows, town crier, died loudly. Here lies Gertrude the Monsoon Rafferty. She came and went like a natural disaster.
Okay, we'll talk to her. I'm just hoping that this doesn't lead to a thing where we end up in a timed requirement to rescue her family. But if she's already spawned... Hey there.
Hey! I know you! You're... Twist 'em up!
What? I thought you were attacking me?
It's you! Our little idol thief from the Druid's Grove.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me.
Quite the powerful spell. But there's a great story behind you learning it.
That druid idol I took? It changed me. I can do all sorts of stuff now, not just the vines. I think real hard and say some loud words and then it happens. Mostly.
Normally tales of stolen artifacts are tragedies. I'm glad you've bucked that trend.
Tragedies? Them's the sad ones, right? I hope not. Especially since Mum and Pops, after Zevlor, when he...
Well, there was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!" So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it.
I'll find your parents. You can count on me.
Thanks, mister.
Oh.
I knew you'd help me again.
I thought that was going to be the Astarian
Vines
disapprove.
won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it.
You can stay in my camp. She'd be safe if she can stay in the camp. We could also tell her to go to Alfira. What do you reckon? I honestly, like, I don't know about how the game mechanic works it, but logistically, sending her to the Last Light means sending her through the Shadow Curse lands on her own. So that seems like worse to me. That doesn't sound like the right move. Whereas my camp is like a magical safe place where nobody can hurt you. Guarded by no less than 3 fucking... Is that... Is the thing broken again? Twitch integration in overall... Oh, so it's not my fault. Well.
Oh, thanks. You're the best. So you send Mum and Pops there. I'll be waiting, hero man.
Right, well, we're not doing that tonight. We'll have to do that next week. Guess I have to wonder whether we need to save them by X amount of time, but possibly not if they're in Moonrise, same as Zevlor. And that deals with that. She's not gonna be an issue. That said, these shadows are probably gonna break out of that in a second. Going to camp to see her. Yeah.
Dead.
I am not a skeleton. I am neither dead nor undead, neither alive nor unliving.
I don't get it.
Thou wilt.
Well, you know, the level 1's got to stick together.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh.
There is a child right there! What the fuck? I thought he was going to talk to me about Arabella. Excuse me? Don't be grumpy. I really want to make Karlach happy.
Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone. Fate spin. Dost thou require a new ally?
Hey, you. I made it. Easy peasy. You find Mum and Pops?
No.
Well, hurry. They've got to be somewhere, and I don't want them worrying. Then I'll teach you to conjure those vines.
Can I touch your face?
No.
You're no fun.
No.
Ah, the things you don't get to enjoy when she gets bitten by a snake. Do they have a third conversation?
So, what were you before you were this?
There is no before.
So you've always been a bone man?
In a sense.
Hey, if you uncover the secrets of this fucker before I do, I mean, I will pay you for them, Arabella. Anyway. I'm inclined to go back to my northbound explorations and trust that I'm not dooming her parents by not immediately rushing south, because they don't give us a location other than the towers, so my intent had been to cross this branch, which I will do next week. Tomorrow and Sunday, Ace Attorney. See if we can get through the majority of Case 4, now that we're going to have 2 days for it. And, when we get back on Tuesday, we'll continue this. Yeah, it does. I think the reason why this area because like this area is a lot of wide space, but it's also a lot of very thin corridors. Like, it's not really corridors because we're outside, but there's a whole bunch of like broken shit, whereas this is far more dense. So I can see where it's like, you know, you finish exploring all this and you're like, wow, that wasn't much at all, and there's not much room left. No, there is. It's just sized differently. It's like the difference between 7 maps in Baldur's Gate 1's Wilderness versus 7 maps in Athkatla. Fare thee well.